Welcome back to art class, my awesome fourth graders. Today we are going to be creating a background for our insect collage. Now, our insects are really large. They are hundreds of times larger than what they would be in real life. So our background that we create is also going to be enlarged. When you're creating your background, first, we're going to start out with a sketch. I am lightly using a pencil and creating a design for my insect to live on. Whatever your insect is, think about its environment, where you might find this insect in nature, if it's camouflaging in with its environment, or if you would rather show contrast in your artwork, then you may want to show complementary colors so that your insect will stick out compared to its background. So it's either camouflaging in its background or it's sticking out. Think about your insect. If your insect is a bee, maybe it's sitting on a honeycomb, which is the background that I drew for this example. Today, you can use a bunch of different materials in your background. I chose to sketch it out with a pencil, and then I used oil pastels on top. You can blend oil pastels with your finger, which is what I am doing, and it is kind of blending the colors together. On top, you can add paint if you wish, or you can just keep your background like that. I decided to add in some paint. This is tempera cakes. You will need to wake them up using water by gently swirling your brush around in a circle and then applying the paint onto your background. Once you're done painting your background, then you will cut out your insect and glue it onto your background. I'm going to show you one more example of a different background style, but I'm going to use the same materials I used in the first example. This time, though, I'm pretty confident with my oil pastel. I knew I wanted to draw a giant leaf for my beetle to sit on. So I'm doing that with a black oil pastel and going back over with some green details. I am also layering with some paint, painting my leaf green and my background blue. Remember, if your brush sounds dry and scratchy, that just means it needs more water and it's thirsty. I'm using a lime green because most of my beetle that I did in magazine is very dark blues and blacks. So this lime green will contrast on my animal and also represent where I might find it in nature. When you're done designing your background, then you're going to cut out your insect. Make sure you're cutting along the perimeter of your insect. And to cut a little bit faster, you can actually cut in sections. It may be quite difficult to get in these small sections. As you can see, I'm individually cutting them out little by little, so I don't have one giant cut. When you're done cutting, throw your scraps away and use a glue bottle to add glue to the back of your insect. You may need to pick any boogers on the glue bottle and squeeze it and check and see if it's breathing. Then press and hold it down to your background. Your paper may be wet and some areas of your insect may not want to stick, so press and hold.